How to improve English pronunciation. How many times have you heard these following responses, sorry, or, can you repeat that, please, and have been struggling to find a way to improve your speaking skills? Specifically, do you realize that the main problem is about your pronunciation, which has a significant influence on how far others understand you as well as their initial impression of you? Indeed, if you make a lot of grammatical mistakes yet have a good pronunciation, you can still get your message conveyed, while the case with those who do not pronounce words properly is quite the opposite. Therefore, correct pronunciation is really important, and that is also why this video course was designed to give you a step-by-step guide to help you improve your English pronunciation. A small note, these tips are suitable for not only beginners, but also intermediate to advanced learners wanting to perfect their pronunciation. Tip number 1, listening skills are important. Part 1. Before learning to pronounce words correctly, practice listening a lot to news, audiobooks, and short videos by native speakers, who have the standard pronunciation. Try to catch the ending sounds or recognize silent letters, as well as how they are stressed, etc. They are important factors that determine the meaning of the words and whether others get what you mean. For example, when you say the word name without sounding the M, people will think you are saying no, and the N in 9, or V in 5, or T in 8, they should be pronounced clearly. One more tricky feature is that words that seem familiar to us are not pronounced the way we do, for example, pizza, not pizza. Pizza refers to the famous food from Italy, while Pisa is the famous Leaning Tower in Pisa town in Italy. Tip number 1, listening skills are important. Part 2. I believe some of you are surprised by this fact, but it is normal because almost everyone makes this mistake, and what you need to do is correct them from now on by listening more to make yourself accustomed to the sounds. It only takes about 15 to 20 minutes of listening every day, so you can do it at least 3 to 4 times a week. When you listen to native speakers, listen carefully, and after you listen a few times, try to repeat and imitate the native speaker's pronunciation, intonation, and delivery. Imitation, also shadowing native speakers, are very useful and powerful methods to improve both your listening, speaking, and pronunciation skills. Tip 2, speak slowly. Many people define speak English fluently as speak English correctly and fast, and tend to follow that misconception, leading to their swallowing the main sounds. As a result, their words are not properly pronounced, they don't finish their words, and they do not achieve their goals, as people find it hard to get their point. However, the truth is that correctness only will do, and it is completely normal if you speak slowly, clearly, and finish your words and pronounce the ending consonants. Using this tip gives you time to think what you want to say next, in comparison to speaking fast, which makes you sound nervous and indecisive. Learning to pronounce correctly is like any other activity. The more relaxed you feel, the more effective your acquisition becomes. Tip 3, challenge yourself with tongue twisters to improve your pronunciation. Yes, practicing your pronunciation is as important as learning new vocabulary and grammar rules. Have you ever found yourself at a loss to distinguish between sounds that seem familiar, like the short and long a, u, and e sounds, or t and th? Don't feel bad, I can confidently confirm to you that every English learner has been in such situations at least several times, even the native speakers.
Tongue twisters are sentences or poems that are made up of many words that sound familiar and are hard to recite. You can give yourself a break by giving them a try, but need not put too much emphasis on them. Do it for fun. One plus of the tongue twisters is that they give you a sense of satisfaction when you finally master them. And here are some popular and common tongue twisters for you to practice.
1. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? 2. If a dog chews shoes, whose shoes does he choose? 3. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, he would chuck, he would, as much as he could, and chuck as much as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. 4. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. 5. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. 6. I have got a date at 7:45, I'll see you at the gate, so don't be late. 7. I thought a thought. But the thought I thought wasn't the thought I thought I thought. If the thought I thought had been the thought I thought, I wouldn't have thought so much. 8. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? 9. My phone number is 158-9859-5589, 158-9859-5589, I said 158-9859-5589. It's 158-9859-5589. 10. 5 plus 8 equals 13, 9 plus 5 equals 14, 7 plus 8 equals 15, 8 times 2 equals 16, 8 plus 9 equals 17, 9 times 2 equals 18, 9 plus 10 equals 19. Last but not least, record yourself along the way to see how you progress. Pay attention to your mouth as well as try to stress words and pronounce correctly. Make sure your intonation patterns and body language are natural, so that you would not look too stiff and nervous when you are in a real conversation. Don't be careless just because you are practicing. Do everything thoroughly in the process so that you can achieve the best results. You can have a friend or teacher to check out your recordings to see how much they can understand, or use an online dictionary to search with your voice, which requires standard pronunciation. If you keep failing, a positive attitude is extremely important to keep you going. It is just because the time hasn't come yet. As long as you work hard, you will surely meet with success in the near future. Bonus tip: imitating and shadowing native speakers. It takes only about 10 to 15 minutes of listening practice every day, so you can do it at least 3 to 4 times a week. When you listen to native speakers, listen carefully, and after you listen a few times, try to repeat and imitate the native speaker's pronunciation, intonation, and delivery. Imitating, also shadowing native speakers, are very good methods to improve both your listening, speaking, and pronunciation skills. Listen a few times to a podcast or short video, and then, repeat after the native speakers while recording yourself. Do it as many times as it takes to be able to imitate closely the native speaker. Final note: it takes patience and persistence to learn or improve your speaking and pronunciation. Above are small yet highly effective tips which help you get closer to perfect pronunciation when they are used in combination. You should also practice each of them separately to see which works best for you, as what I recommend are the most popular methods. A lot of English speakers manage to better their pronunciation thanks to them, and now it's your turn to repeat history. You might feel or think that you are not making any progress in the beginning, but if you persist and practice every day, you will eventually improve your listening, pronunciation, and speaking skills. Just be patient and keep practicing every day.